You don't have to stand, right?
Okay, good. I'm gonna
You do what you need.
stand up by the wall.
I should have size tested this. Good evening. Audible. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Oh, there, that was right. Good job.
Good evening. Mr. Bird, can you hear me okay? Thank you. Thank you for being here tonight for our very exciting opportunity to talk about the end of the school year for our amazing class of 2024. I'm so excited to see so many people here. We moved this event from the Tiger Den into this room due to the large crowd, and it's awesome to see so many families here. Excited to learn more about the end of the school year for our seniors, and of course, most importantly, graduation. Every year, every school year that I've been involved in high schools, which is now over 20 years, the graduation ceremony at the end of the year is the most exciting day, most exciting event, and the most uplifting experience for me and for our staff, our faculty, and for all of our students and families. So we are so excited for May 25th, which is now just 8 weeks away from this coming Saturday, to celebrate and congratulate the 450 plus members of the Erie High School class of 2024. Graduation and on-time graduation at our school and in our school district is our North Star. That is what we are focused on every day from before our students even arrive in 9th grade throughout their entire 4-year experience in our school. Our focus is on teaching and supporting and mentoring them in a way that will allow them to achieve on-time graduation, because we know one of the most important milestones a child can achieve in their life is to graduate from high school, and we know that if you compare and contrast the experiences of high school graduates versus non-high school graduates in employment and life experiences and well-being in the future, there's such a vast difference. It is so important to us. It is our highest priority. And I'm proud to work in St. Vrain, where our district has the highest graduation rates of any school district in the metropolitan area, as well as the highest graduation rates of any district with over 300 graduates in 1 year, which is virtually every large school district in Colorado. Erie High School has a rich tradition of high graduation rates that goes back many, many years, in a district where we have the highest graduation requirements of any school district in the metropolitan area. We are so focused on this because we know the transformative experience that students gather and gain by completing high school on time and then going on to pursue their post-secondary endeavors. We're also focused on this because we know the high school graduation ceremony is such an important milestone in the lives of our students and their families, like you all here tonight, who get to enjoy that exciting experience here in just about 8 weeks. So tonight our primary focus is going to be talking about graduation. We have other events coordinated and set up to help our students finish, to complete all their requirements that they need to graduate, as well as some procedural matters, as well as many celebrations that we'll enjoy throughout the rest of the school year. So with that in mind, we'll get started on our agenda. Just a moment ago, you should have received an email that includes this slideshow. We distributed that to all senior families. Later this week, by the end of this week, we will distribute all of the materials we're using this evening, as well as a recording of this presentation that Mr. Bird and our outstanding ETN team are putting together tonight to you all, as well as families who weren't able to attend. So I say that to suggest you don't worry about taking copious notes. All of these materials will be coming to you, and you certainly are welcome to use your devices to track this information. Tonight I'm going to talk about the graduation packet, which is like the key source of information for all that we do between now and the end of the school year with our seniors. It includes important deadlines for requesting graduation wristbands and ensuring that we have graduation regalia lined up correctly, as well as an overview of the events for the end of our school year, as well as what we will celebrate after our school year. In addition to that, we have the graduation agreement, which we're asking all students with their families to complete by next Wednesday, April the 3rd. That is linked in this presentation, as well as will be distributed digitally to all families again later this week. We have our calendar of events, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the purpose of our big events at the end of the year, so you all know and understand what we're seeking to celebrate and achieve with those, and you can join in those celebrations with us. We have some logistics that we need to cover. Ms. Fox is going to talk about graduation speakers and a few of our other logistical items that we're working through. And at the end, I will take questions from the audience, and I can also stay after and take individual questions that you may have that are specific to you and your family. The graduation packet, this, as I mentioned, is the official source of all of our information about graduation for our students. It includes a detailed calendar of deadlines for things like turning in iPads, for completing the graduation contract agreement, for participating and trying to participate for interested students in our speeches at the graduation or at the senior night of reflection. And it outlines all of our different events that I'll be speaking about tonight. It includes a lot about the logistics for graduation, not just for our students and their attire, their cap and gown and their regalia, but also for families and seating, attendance, and tickets, which we use wristbands for families for the event. It includes expectations for seniors as they finish the year, the things we need them to complete before they're done, as well as a clear plan for how students can request their official transcripts be sent on to their post-secondary institution of their choice, especially for those students who have made that decision by May, early May this school year. In addition to that, this presentation features that link. This graduation agreement and wristband information is the Google form we ask all seniors and their families to complete because it provides us with a lot of meaningful and important information to plan for graduation and to plan for the senior night of reflection, as well as tying everything up for the end of our school year and ensuring families have additional wristbands for handicapped family members that would like to attend our graduation ceremony. The big events. Our last day of school for seniors is in about 6-7 weeks from right now. Wednesday, May the 15th. Our seniors will wrap up their school year and they will be off with their lives with the exception of our last remaining events. May 21st is an important day. That's a school day. We'll have our 9th through 11th grade students in the building wrapping up their school year. We refer to that as Senior Day. I'm going to go through the details of this event, but the key highlights of this are that we prepare for graduation, we have a senior barbecue annually, and we will also do our graduation walks through the area feeder schools that our students will have a chance to request which schools they'd like to attend and visit. Our senior night of reflection will be hosted in Tiger Stadium on May 23rd. It's 6:30 p.m., which is an excellent celebration of our senior class and their incredible achievements. And then we'll have our graduation ceremony at 10 a.m. on May 25th. We have, as I mentioned, this graduation packet is obviously a big item for us, so it's re-emphasized here in this slide. Senior Day is a big one. We're going to meet with our seniors in here at 10 a.m. on Senior Day. That's on a Tuesday. And at that time, we'll review expectations and plans for graduation. Students will also pick up their graduation envelope. This is incredibly important because it includes wristbands for attendees to our graduation ceremony. I'll talk more about that in a moment. It includes their cap, gown, and stole, and any other graduation regalia that they are receiving. We'll return immunization records as well as 2 hard copy graduation programs. Because we don't provide those at the ceremony, we provide 2 to each student and their families for that event, in this packet, as well as the student's diploma. So big stuff, very important. We'll provide an opportunity for students to take pictures that day in their cap and gown if they're so inclined. We will provide a lunch, and we will also organize our graduation walks where students visit at least one middle school and one elementary school in our feeder area to walk through the school to be recognized and honored by the students and staff in those schools. And we are going to coordinate it so kids can request to visit the schools that they attended. It's really an awesome day, and it's an exciting day, and it's important for us to get a lot of our graduation mechanics set up with our students together. Senior Night of Reflection is an incredible celebration. Last year, as was my first year as principal, was my first time attending, and it really was an uplifting and positive celebration of the great achievements of our students in the graduating class last year, and I look forward to it very much this year. We're going to organize it in Tiger Stadium with students seated on the field and families seated in our stadium seating, throughout our stadium seating, but we'll recognize students for a multitude of academic achievements, athletic achievements. We'll have student and faculty speeches. We will recognize and honor all of our students planning to enlist into the military or attend a military institution, and we'll have our annual senior baby picture slideshow at that event as well, which is always a great highlight for our students and families. Additionally, Ms. Fox is going to talk a little bit more in a moment about our senior memory boards, but an exciting tradition at Erie High School has been that families organize senior memory boards to commemorate their students' experiences throughout their lives before graduation. We'll also organize and display those in our school building, in the building, prior to the Night of Reflection, so families can come and walk and check those out. It's a fun experience to do that. Then we have our big day. Graduations at 10 a.m. in Tiger Stadium on Saturday, May 25th. As you can imagine, for an event with approximately 450 graduates plus thousands of people, this is a great event. It's an exciting event. It's a busy event. It requires a lot of planning. So I appreciate your partnership in supporting us and ensuring you're familiar with our expectations, that your students are familiar with our expectations, and they're engaged in our process to prepare for this event. We want our graduates to report to the gym no later than 9 a.m. For that day, so we can be sure that we're organized, prepared, in proper gear, cap and gown, and ready to go for the ceremony. We want our graduation to be an honorable and dignified event where we have a chance to recognize every single individual member of the class of 2024. And with that in mind, consistent uniforms, appropriate and respectful tops of caps that kids may decorate, as well as student conduct in the ceremony, we expect to be outstanding because this is a dignified and regal way for us to honor those students. In the event that we have inclement weather on that day that impacts our ability to have the graduation outdoors, we will move it inside into our gym, which will have a significant impact on our attendees. I want to talk about that right now. Each family will be provided with 6 wristbands through their student's graduation packet. Those 6 wristbands will provide access to on-field seating for graduation on the day of the graduation ceremony, provided that, as we are all planning and hoping, it will be in Tiger Stadium. We will only offer 6 per student. Families are welcome to trade or exchange. If you're not going to use all your wristbands, you're welcome to share them with friends of other students, families of other students in our graduating class. But to be seated on the field, attendees will need a wristband. We will also provide handicap seating for elderly folks, people who need the shade due to age or due to health conditions, that you can request additional wristbands for that through our graduation agreement process. This rest of the stadium is open seating. So a common question I received last year is, what if we want to bring more than 6 people? You can bring many more than 6 people, but I can only offer 6 seats on our field for the graduation ceremony. Your remaining guests are welcome to sit all throughout our bleachers on either side, wherever they're more comfortable to see our graduation stage. Your wristbands will come in 2 colors. 2 of them will be one color, and the other 4 will be a different color. Those two indoor tickets are real important in the event that we do have inclement weather, because we will limit that event to 2 guests so we can fit in our gym. However, we will also have seating in this room, in our Tiger Den, and throughout our school building for families and guests to attend and watch the live stream of that event if that is something of interest to you and your family. We've had a lot of great success with weather. Last year we had really horrible weather from about 3 to 5 p.m. the night before. We were all here starting about 5 in the morning getting the seats ready to go and cleaned up, and it went off great and the weather was perfect. So I'm confident that we're going to have that this year, but in the event of a change, that is our plan. Our programs at the ceremony are virtual. We'll have QR codes around our stadium available for that, but you will also have 2 hard copies of the program. I mentioned handicap seating, which can be requested through our graduation agreement process, and we will also live stream our ceremony for our community, for family members who are unable to attend, in addition to the possibility that we may be streaming some of it indoors here in our school. So that's an overview of our plan for graduation. The graduation packet has a great deal more information about the details and specifics of those events, and I would encourage you to read through that promptly and thoroughly after this meeting. Graduation regalia. We are going through some change with graduation regalia this year, and I've had several meetings with students and parents about this, and I'm happy to have further, particularly individual meetings, to address any questions that you may have. But I want to address this transparently and directly with you all. We're implementing this school year. A decision was made last spring among the St. Vrain leadership team that we're going to move to a more standard approach to graduation regalia across all of our high schools. And the purpose was that to maintain the dignity and classiness of this event, but also to do it in a uniform way so that schools had a common approach. We had begun to receive, and a lot of this predated my time at Erie High School, so I'm speaking a little bit about history that I didn't get to see firsthand. But as a school district system, we were receiving a litany of different requests for one-off unique opportunities to wear different things at graduation. In an effort to streamline that, it was decided that we would shift to having common regalia expectations, and that in that shift, the focus would be on highlighting academic achievement and academic successes of our students. I have linked in here the graduation regalia letter. We will resend that to all senior families as well, and I want to talk about it a little bit tonight, because there have been a few changes from the initial announcement that occurred last spring as well as over the course of this school year. This is an overview, but the Regalia will be including recognition of all official honor societies in our school, and the members of those honor societies will be recognized with a cord. Students who are AP scholars or AP capstone candidates will receive a cord to wear for graduation. Students with a 4.0 GPA or higher will receive a cord to wear for graduation. Students who have earned a seal of biliteracy and students who have completed our Academy of Engineering and Aerospace will receive a cord. So as you can see, these are 5 examples. That's not comprehensive. If you would like more information, I would encourage you to review this letter. But you can see that the focus on these cords is to highlight academic excellence and academic achievement among our students, while preserving the consistency and dignity of our ceremony for all of our students and families. I will be happy to address any questions you have about that, but I would encourage you to read a little bit more about it, and if you do have questions, please feel free to reach out to me or speak with me tonight about them. With that, I'm going to hand the microphone over to Ms. Fox, our outstanding Dean of Students, who's going to speak this evening about our process for seeking speakers for Senior Night of Reflection and graduation, as well as a few other logistical matters. So thank you.
Thank you. We have this great opportunity to have 7 students speak during these fun, awesome ceremonies that we're about to have. So we have 3 opportunities the night of reflection, and we're going to have 4 on graduation. The timeline for these is this week in advisory and on Schoology, we've been doing nominations for teacher speakers. However, next week opens up the audition process. So the audition process to be a speaker, you're going to do a quick video, you'll submit it, and the deadline for that, so if you are interested, is April 12th. So do not forget that. And then we will announce the speakers April 25th. They just are going to be 2 to 3 minutes, so keep that in mind as well. Some logistics. So I think you guys all saw out there that you guys could get your graduation yard signs. Those will still be available in the main office to purchase $10 cash or check. We need your senior memory boards, and hopefully you saw the example that's out by those signs. We need those senior memory boards between May 13th and May 15th. We're hoping to not do before or after, just because that's a lot of memory boards. The other thing I want students and parents, but mostly students, to remember is we have a checkout process that students will go through, and they really need to be in their advisory classes on May 8th to get out that checkout card. And it goes through stuff, and you'll learn that in your information packet, but don't miss advisory May 8th. We also don't want to miss advisory on May 15th, because that is when your students will turn in their iPad. That's a big deal with the checkout card. The iPad is how you are going to get your big graduation packet that has all the fun stuff, the regalia, the gown, all the fun, your diploma. Like, these are big deals. So do not forget to go to advisory May 8th, May 15th, and all other advisories. The other thing I wanted to mention was Jostens is here. Most of you guys got that. They were here at lunch as well, but I know a lot of our seniors go off campus. If you need their information, our registrar, Letitia, has their card, so we can get you that information as well if you're still needing to order some of this fun graduation stuff. Lastly, my last logistic is that you will get another email. As Josh has already alluded to, you'll get this recording. You'll get more of the links to all of the forms you need to fill out. So that'll all be laid out for you. So we're excited. I'm excited for you guys. I'm going to let Josh close it out, but thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Fox. My final closing message is perhaps the most important. I know that the final 8 weeks and the end of the senior year for our students is an incredibly exciting time. It's a fun time, and I know they're very excited about their futures, and frankly, they're probably very excited about being done with high school as part of that future. For some students, that looks differently than for others, and I'm here tonight to ask for your partnership and support in encouraging your students to finish on a positive note. We want them to have great memories of high school. We want them to be proud of their achievements and to take actions and reach heights that make them proud, make you proud, make your families and friends proud. And that requires all of our partnership and effort. That includes actions in the classroom. That includes our work in athletics and our performing arts and extracurricular activities. And it includes our conduct. Conduct on campus and off campus can impact students' ability to participate in our end-of-the-year events and can interfere potentially, if it's egregious enough, with their ability to participate in our graduation ceremony. We, of course, never want to go there, but I think it's really important that we provide these reminders and supports for our students, that they use wise judgment and make good decisions as they wrap up this school year so that they can finish on a positive note, because it is not at all my desire to see anyone not with us on May the 25th for our graduation ceremony. It's an important reminder. As a school, we do not condone, encourage, or support any pranks or coordinated activities or any of the various social media challenges that may be out there that are not promoting the greatest behaviors from our students. So if you hear from your student or you hear rumors that there's a school thing about anything that doesn't feel right, please trust me in knowing that we would not encourage or condone that. And if you have any questions about what you're hearing or seeing or concerns, please feel free to call our school at any time to check in with me, with a member of our administration or of our office team, so that we know we're all working together to ensure our students have that successful finish to the school year. It's an important time for us to renew our efforts on that as the weather warms up, as the days count down, as the sports wind up, as their academics wind down. It's important for us to keep focused on that in April and May. So I thank you very much, and truly from the bottom of my heart, for your partnership in that. We're all working together to ensure our kids have a safe, fun, happy, and fulfilling end of their high school career. And with that, I don't have any more remarks to say, but I will be happy to answer any questions that you do have. I would ask you to consider, I'd like to answer questions that benefit many. If you have individual personal questions or scenarios, I'd be happy to meet with you after we clear out down here at the bottom of the stage. So Mark, if you don't mind, we turn up the lights a little bit because I can't see anything. Thank you. If you do have questions, if you want to roll, you don't have to stay for questions. So feel free to roll, and I'll take questions in about 2 minutes. On the grounds. I'm going to go down there.
Okay.
It's easier to hear. Hey, nice job.
Excellent job. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night. Thanks for being here.
Hey there.
Hey, how's it going?
I don't have a question. I just want to introduce myself. I am the mother of Mark.
Oh, hey, good. He is a hero. We're hoping to keep him around of his own choice for as long